Hey, what's good, collective? Welcome to this reading. So, somebody is heartbroken. They're heartbroken due to a past relationship. I was just listening to the song. I didn't want to put it on pause right now before I moved on to another song. Um, so you could have promised yourself not to make the same mistake that you made in the past with love. You've learned the hard way in love. You're playing it safe in love due to fear, because your heart can't. Um, Due to fear, it says your heart can't break because it wasn't whole to begin with. So this past person broke your heart. Um, so any relationship that you've come into to your heart's come into it damaged. You know what I mean? So your heart was already broken. So like this other person um is like your heart was already broken, so it wasn't even whole. You know what I mean? You find it hard to trust yourself or anyone. You cry in the middle of the night. You don't know how to love anyone because of past relationships, and you're ashamed of your life because it's empty. You're afraid because of this past love. um let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You can't keep living that way. You can't keep going into new relationships with people without first healing yourself, because you're going to damage the other person. What if this other person is their heart is whole? You know what I'm saying? And because you don't know how to trust, and because you don't know how to be alone with yourself to heal, you don't give yourself that time and space to heal. So now you're being toxic. um Take that time to heal yourself. However long it takes. It doesn't even matter how long it takes. Like, um for just to use myself as an example, collective. So yeah, I'm gonna pull cards. You don't have to worry about it. But like for myself, my own my own history in love. um So, I grew up in a family that was emotionally, mentally, and physically, like, abusive towards me. Not just towards me, but other members in my family as well. Um, and because I didn't get that proper care and attention that, I needed, that proper nurturing that I needed, um, having to teach myself different things, and it was very, very difficult. um I didn't know how to love properly because I wasn't loved properly, and I didn't show myself love properly. So the relationships that I did get into, yeah, they were toxic. I was craving love because I had abandonment issues. you know um I had self-worth issues
Connected to Dorothy's I found you and Dorothy's I found.
because I had self-worth issues. And then I wasn't being treated right in my relationships. Your heart knows like how it should be treated, even if you can't fully express it. And I didn't feel safe in some relationships to even express myself, due to my past 422, due to my past and how I grew up. you know um so even within my marriages, because I was married twice. um the first one, I feel, like bad for that relationship. Of course, like, he did whatever he did. He cheated on me and things like that too. Both of my exes cheated on me. um my first husband was like an alcoholic. We had fun together though. I'm not even gonna lie. We had fun together. But I was young and I was looking for love in somebody that had their own issues and had their own problems. That was a trauma bond relationship. Um, you know, I feel like we tried to love each other the best that we could, best of our abilities. But again, I didn't know how to cope with certain things. I didn't know how to express things either. So that relationship was like fire and gasoline. Like he'd say something, he'd fucking do something, and like I'd fly off the handle. It was like fucking, it was like fire and gasoline, that relationship. Um, you know, we split up. I was single for like, I think I was single for like 7 years after that relationship. Um, and like you young. I was fresh out of high school. In that relationship when I got with him and got married. I think I was like 18 or 19 years old. I had to be like 19, I think. We went off to Vegas and got married. Um, Stayed with each other for like maybe 2 years before I left. Um, and the reason why I left then was because like I had just barely had my daughter, and he would come home drunk and start arguments with me, and our baby was like, my daughter at the time, she was like a newborn, and I just remember looking down at her because I knew my temper and myself as well, and I just remember looking down at her, and I was like, you know what, I can't go through this. I can't do this. I don't want her to grow up thinking like this is how um relationships are, and that it's okay for you to disrespect each other, and you just got to take that. And I didn't want her growing up seeing that, experiencing that, and thinking like I didn't want to pass that on to her. So and it got to the point to where police were being called and stuff like that, and I was the one going to jail. What I'm saying? And I was out in another state by myself, no family there, his family there. So then I also had his family looking at me like I was trash, and like I was like the fucked up one, when like that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? And this person, like my ex, he ended up getting put on medication to help him because he had his own issues too. You know what I mean? We were both two broken souls and hearts coming together, trauma bonding. I learned a lot from that relationship as well. I saw like that I was still in pain, and that there were aspects of myself that I needed to heal and get a cap on. So like my anger issues, I was mad because of my past and how I was treated, and you know what I mean? And then taking it out on him as well, because he's coming home and I'm getting flashbacks of shit from my childhood because he's drunk and he's being belligerent, and you know what I mean? Like, but don't get it wrong, like yeah, he drank and stuff like that, but he was self-medicating. 8:33 on the clock as I'm talking about this. He was self-medicating. He genuinely has a good heart. I still like to, I don't know, we haven't spoken years.
Hello.
Hi, babe.
I'm just going to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't.
Zoe's asleep, so I don't know if she's gonna be cooking dinner.
Okay. So we haven't spoken years. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he's doing well. Even after, like, it was crazy too, because like he so this is really weird. Like, okay, because like we're both Geminis. Actually, we're both Taurus Geminis. He was born on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. Western, my Western sign is Gemini. My Vedic sign is Taurus. You know what I mean? So we're very much similar, and this is how crazy it kind of gets. He ended up getting married to a Greek person, had a daughter. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so his daughter that he had, she had some type of disabilities, like from what I heard, she had like mental disabilities and things like that. I don't know how that happened, if it was just natural or something happened during birth or something like that. But this is like how crazy some of the parallels are. Wow. We have a 7-year gap difference in age too. But wow, like this is so crazy too, because he married a Greek person, right? I didn't even realize this until after I had got married. Okay, I married a Greek person, like straight out of Athens. I don't know if she's like out of that homeland, out of the homeland of Greece herself. But I had a daughter with my ex-husband, my second husband. My daughter, she could have came out with disabilities as well, because during the, like, when I went into labor, I ended up having to have a C-section. I wanted to have a vaginal birth, but because of my prior pregnancies, I had to have a C-section. So, you know, I had got they had gave me the go ahead, like, oh yeah, you know, you can do a VBAC. So I was like, cool, you know. When it got down to it, like, you know, when I went into labor and stuff, I'm, you know, walking around, I'm trying to keep it together. I remember going, it's kind of gross, so maybe, you know, if you don't want to hear something, maybe fast forward a little bit. But I remember I went to the bathroom and, like, I had wiped myself, and on the tissue, it looked dirty, like dirty water. And I was just like, I ain't went number 2. This doesn't look normal, you know. And I told the doctor, and they were like, what? Hold on, what? And I was like, you know what? Because I started getting scared. And I was like, you know what? No, let's just go ahead and have a C-section. I was blessed to have made that decision, because when they went in to cut in to do the C-section, they saw that if I had did the VBAC, my daughter being born, she would have had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. This is so crazy too, as far as with me, because my first pregnancy, my very first pregnancy, my placenta broke away from my uterine lining, and my first child passed away from choking on that blood. You know what I'm saying? So I also feel like people could have been doing shit, like magic wise. I know that they were, actually. It's not even a feeling. I know that they were.
Hey Mom, come over here.
Okay.
I'm stuffy.
So just the parallels between my first husband and I, like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. His new wife is fucking batshit crazy too. I don't know the shit that, like, he told her about me, what his family said about me, but I remember, because I was trying to have him have a relationship with his daughter, you know, being able to talk to her, spending time and things like that with her, like, you know, that's always been important to me, family. And I told him too, I was like, I'm not going to keep her from you. I don't want to keep her from you. I want you guys to have a relationship. It's important to have a father figure, you know what I mean? It's important to know, like, both your parents and to have that bond. And I told him that. But anyways, yeah, like, Chica fucking was giving me, like, calling me, disrespecting me, sending me fucked up messages, like, trying to say all kind of shit about me. And I was like, bitch, you don't even know. You weren't there. You don't even fucking know, like, the shit that we went through. Like, for you to speak up on anything. You know what I mean? Racist too. She called me a fucking nigger. It's so weird. Like, there's just, like, that energy, like, trying to, like, fuck with me. Because even with my second husband, when he left me for whatever chick, she texted me some shit and called me a nigger as well. But I remember with the first incident with my first husband, you know, I called up his mom, because I couldn't get a hold of him. And I was like, can you relay a message, you know, to your son, like, yo, tell him to, like, he need to get his wifey in check. You know, and she was like, what, why? And I told her what happened. She was like, oh my gosh, I don't know why she's speaking on that. I don't know why she's saying anything like that to you. And I said, I don't know why either. I'm like, we haven't even ever talked, nothing like that. Like, you know, I'm like, I'm contacting him so he can spend time with his daughter. You know, I'm full grown, whole ass, like, married to somebody else in a whole nother relationship. Ain't looking at him in any type of way, not wanting him in any type of way, you know what I'm saying? And like, even after we had broke up, like, he came and tried to pursue me again, and I was like, no, I don't want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do all that. And it was nothing like against him. It was just more of along the lines of, like, I just know, like, we're not good together like that. Like, let's keep it kosher. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, yeah, so she, you know, she was crazy. Moms told me, like, oh no, she crazy. You know, she needs to be on meds and this and that. And she's apologizing. I'm like, I'm telling her, I'm like, Gigi, I'm like, you don't even have to apologize. Like, that's not you. It has nothing to do with you. But I'm just saying, can you relay this message to him? Because, like, one, it's disrespectful. Two, I ain't came at him in no type of way. I don't even know this chick. And I'm not trying to bring drama to your door, but I can't get a hold of him. You know? I ended up blocking that whole account. That chick from messaging me. She messaged me through Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So, now into, like, the second marriage. You know, we came together through codependent issues, through addictions and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to be, like, in the party scene like that. I didn't want to be doing all that shit. I was trying to elevate my life and, you know, trying to change aspects of my life. We didn't really have, like, blown up fights and shit like that like I had in my first marriage. But, you know, he wanted to cheat. We stayed together 7 years. Out of those 7 years, we were intimate just the first year. Ended up getting pregnant with our child. And yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing his dirt, and I'm, you know, and of course, like, okay, because I'm the type of person, I believe in marriage. I believe in the foundation of it. I believe in the sanctity of it. And with him, it was just like, I don't know, he changed maybe, you know, and I'm like trying to talk to him like, yo, what's good? What's the matter? I'm not getting any answers out of it from him. You know, he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll make it better. Nothing's getting better. We're not having any intimacy this whole entire time. You know, and I'm like, yo, you sleeping with somebody else? You with somebody else? Like, no. I'm just tired. And then when there's times where I needed him, he wouldn't show up. He would leave and disappear. First, it started off as a couple of days. Then it came to a week. Then it came to a couple of weeks. And then even after his mom had passed away, it came to after his mom and dad both passed away. He waited until those points. You know what I'm saying? Then it became, oh, I'm gone for a month. Oh, I'm gone for a month and a half. And then when he would come back, you know what I'm saying? I'm upset. I'm angry and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have nothing to deal with him. You know, I'm disgusted. I'm starting to look at him like, because, you know, when we first married, like, I had nothing but my eyes for him. I didn't want anybody else. And I also, here's the thing too, like, this is how I knew shit was getting bad, because, like, there were times when I would, like, see people and I would be like, oh, dang, like, oh, I would usually have found this person attractive, but I don't, and I don't feel nothing like that. You know what I mean? And just me having that thought right there, I was just like, whoa, like, why am I even thinking like that? You know, that should have been the inkling for me. But imagine being married for 7 years and only 1 year of that marriage you were intimate, you know. And then, like, he didn't want me to either have friends. You know, the one friend that I did have, that I made, I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm going to keep this person as my friend. You know, she ended up sleeping with him. He didn't want me around my family. Talk shit about my family every chance that he could. It was fucked up. Talk shit about my daughter, my first daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stupid shit. 2011 on the clock. Even down to the way that the relationship is now. We don't talk at all. When we first separated, like, I was trying to keep things open, but like, he tried to have us to where we were homeless. He wasn't doing shit for our daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what, fuck this. And then he was even coming to where I worked at, talking to my manager about me. You know what I mean? Stuff like trying to get me fired and stuff like that. Like, and how do I know this? Because my manager told me this. And my manager straight out told me, like, hey, yo, no, like, the only reason why I gave you this job was because, like, he had came in, he was talking shit, and he told me that you guys weren't together anymore. So I was like, oh shit, you know, I know you're gonna need some money. And I was like, yo, thank you for that. Thank you for that. You know, and I had also, during that time, I was going to school, like, he was trying to fuck it up so, like, I wouldn't make it to class sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like, just little stupid, like, just little being stupid. Like, why don't you want a person to elevate? You know, and he would complain, like, oh, he pays for everything, and I'm sitting in the house and I'm getting depressed because I have no intimacy with my husband on any level, not just physically, but talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And then not having, like, being able to have, like, friends, like real friends, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sitting in the house all the time. I'm depressed. I ain't doing shit with myself. I want to do something with myself. Oh, let me get a job. No, I just want you to be here. Stay at home. Stay at home with Flora. Stay at home with the girls. Okay, but all the while, you're talking shit about me to your friends and shit. So they looking at me all types of sideways. You know what I'm saying? Like, left us in a homeless shelter at one point. Like, just crazy ass stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I got these motherfuckers looking at me. I remember, what was it? I think it was 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Came over. I was at the house making gumbo. And he was like, oh, we're going over here, over to Boo Boo's and Tony's and Barbara's house. And I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So I grabbed my pot. I grabbed everything because I was making gumbo. And I take it over to, like, with us over there because I'm like, I don't want this shit just to sit here and go bad. Like, I had already started it. You know, so I bring it over there. I finish it up over there and I'm like, oh yeah, we going, you know, I got all this stuff. I hope you guys like it and this and that. I got them looking at me fucking all weird. I go to the back, to their backyard. I'm smoking a cigarette and I forget who I was on the phone with. I was talking to one of my homegirls. And I'm just like, maybe I was talking to my cousin. I was just like, yo, I feel like so uncomfortable over here. You know, I'm like going through this and that. Like, I see them looking at me. I feel like they over here talking about me. Cause like I was in the front before, in the garage with them. We all chilling in the garage. She got his mom there. Tony had his mom there. His mom made me feel so welcome. Every time she saw me, she's like, oh my God, like, you're just so beautiful. Look at you. And I don't know, you know, maybe she saw something. She saw something that, in giving me the love that I needed, that I wasn't, because I felt lonely, dude. I felt so lonely at that time. I didn't have any friends, and they weren't my friends. They were his friends, you know. There was even one point when I was still in the shelter, and because he had abandoned us there, so I'm like, oh, I gotta work. I need to work. You know what I mean? So I took a night job at Amazon, and I had Barbara watching the girls because I couldn't leave them at the shelter by themselves, like, overnight. I took an overnight shift. you know, so I could be with my daughter so I could be with my baby during the daytime. You know what I'm saying? It's nighttime, she asleep, she ain't gonna miss me like that. You know what I mean? And my oldest one, she old enough to, like, you know, be cool with whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, so like she's babysitting my girls. And even she came to me one day and she was just like, oh, Dorothy, you know, I think John's cheating on you. I saw him texting some other girl on the phone, and this is that. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you know, I went with Tony and John to help them out. And, you know, he was texting somebody else, like they was gonna meet up and this and that. And I was like, for real? And she was like, yeah, I just thought you should know. And I'm talking to Tony, and Tony's just like, you know, Tony bro code, but because his girl there, I feel like because his girl was there, like he was like, okay, like, you know, he felt pressured to say whatever. So I'm just like, oh, okay, well, you know, I don't know, like, you know, I'm in the shelter by myself. We'll deal with it. I'll have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? We'll work it out or something like that, you know? So even them knowing that, and then fast forward some years later, you know what I'm saying? And we're over there to celebrate the 4th of July. Like, they're coming to me like, oh, who says that because I had a crystal guy who lived in New York. You know what I'm saying? And when I say a crystal guy, I mean like this fool was bringing me crystals. I would send off money to him and he was shipping out crystals to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a big old freaking Auralite 23 crystal still on the matrix over here from him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he was sending me stuff in the mail. And, you know, I would tell him, oh, thank you. I love you. Like, you're fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got shit going on with this man. And they're over here like saying shit like, oh yeah, who tells somebody else that they love them? And then looking at me, and I'm just like, who tells somebody else that's not their partner that they love them? And looking at me, and I'm just like, what? And then they were so disrespectful to be calling me Deborah all night. They know my name. They've known me for years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh, you forget how. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking to myself like, Tony, you forget. You want to be disrespectful. You forget how you was coming to my ex, talking about you wanted to leave Barbara and this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I'm telling you. I'm like, no, like, don't do that. You know, work it out. Like, you guys have been together for how long? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, we had just made it back from like the chocolate factory or whatever. And I had these candy apples, and I was like, you know what, here, give this to your girl. Women, we like sweets, we like chocolate, you know what I'm saying? Give this to her, like, and let her know, like, yo, I love you, and this and that. Like, you know, it's a small gesture, you know? I don't know if she liked the shit or not. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, and that night was just weird. His mom was the only one that was like kind to me. I think he had some other girl and lady had came through. Even their neighbors have been there. And that's another thing too. You know, I felt all kind of shit. Like the neighbors like were looking at me, like the girl was looking at me all fucking fucked up and weird. The girlfriend of the neighbor next door was looking at me all weird, and I was just like, yo, like, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my whole ass fucking husband over here, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of felt like she thought like I wanted her man or something like that. You know, and that wasn't the case. I felt alone. Going over there chilling, I felt alone, and I felt like they blamed me for shit that wasn't even to be like blamed for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have like anybody to talk to about shit, about the way that I felt and stuff. And so, like, you know, I had to take that time when I separated from my second husband. I had to take that time to really do some self-reflection, to really heal my heart, because like I really have loved him, you know. Who's going to stay in a relationship for 7 years without any sex, without any intimacy? You know what I'm saying? Like, who really is going to do that? And Fully was out there sleeping around. After he left, you know how many messages I got in Messenger, like, oh my God, girl, like, I'm so glad you finally left him. Let me tell you, he was trying to holler at me. Let me tell you, him and my husband, him and I, we were riding in the car, and my husband had left to go do something. I was sitting in the car, and he was trying to fuck. He was trying to ask me to fuck. I was like, what? I'm like, why are you telling me this just now? Oh, you know, I didn't want to say anything because, you know, I didn't want no issues. Why am I going to have issues with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to have issues with you? Like, type shit. You know how many conversations I had like that? Oh, he tried to holler at me. He was trying to get at me. Oh, you know what? Oh, oh yeah, you know that day I came through to come chill? Oh yeah, when you went to the restroom, he was asking if it's true, if you could find hookers on Craigslist. And I was so mad at that shit, and I left. I'm like, what? Should have said something. Motherfucker, I would have left with you right then and there. Know what I'm saying? I would have left right there. I would have had the proof that I needed, because that's all I was waiting for was proof. That's all that I was waiting for. That whole entire time I was praying like, dude, Lord, like, this is how I'm feeling. I don't have any physical ass motherfucking proof. It's you know, I can't say something based off of just like my intuition because I'm feeling some type of way. I need proof. You know what I'm saying? And it took him leaving, taking off, and this fool, like, at the time when he took off too, like, my oven in the kitchen wasn't working. Everything worked off of electricity, so I had electric fucking stove and oven. That shit wasn't working. And we had just bought a grill, a smoker grill, and that's what I was cooking our meals off of, was that smoker grill. Sure did. Came through, fucking took that grill over to Tony and Barbara's house, where they already had a fucking grill. They had 2 grills, so now they got a smoker grill too. You got my fucking smoker grill over there too. How I'm feeding my children, cooking our meals on, feeding my children. So yeah, you know, you did fucking dirt and slime. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't have anybody to talk to. You know what I mean? I didn't have anybody to talk to. And so I dealt with that all by myself. I sat there and I healed. You know, and he left in the middle of the fucking pandemic and shit. And I even had the manager like looking at me sideways, trying to like kick me out and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, you can't even do that. Like, you know, the laws that they just enacted over this, oh, whoop, this is that, and oh no, you owe this. And then she was like trying to charge late fees on the rent. She wasn't even supposed to do all that shit, you know, but I ended up getting that shit taken care of. Had to move from there, from that place to where I'm at currently, because somebody came in my home with a gun. They obviously thought that I was fucking at work, because I was working 2 fucking jobs at that time. They thought I was at work. Just like some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully I had taken the night off. But yeah, they came in, whatever. But like I said, I took that time to heal myself. I said, you know what? I'm tired of relationships not working. I'm tired of relationships, my relationships failing. I'm tired of feeling like I'm constantly being abandoned. What is it about me? What is it about me that I can change? Yeah, baby.
Sorry, but I'm hungry.
Go make some noodles.
I don't want.
Go make some cereal then. I'm not about to make anything right now.
Why does I have to fall asleep last minute?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not making dinner if she thinks I'm making dinner.
Okay, that's fine.
We got you, Nuggie.
Mm-mm.
You're my baby now.
So I took the time to examine myself, examine how I am mentally, and emotionally. He I actually kind of regressed in that relationship because like I was so hot and so, like when I say hot, I just mean like I was so angry and upset, you know, at everything that I had like went through for all that time, everything that like all the time spent in that relationship trying to make things work. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm getting fucking like phone calls from people. I'm getting fucking text messages from people like, yo, this and that, telling me about this and, you know, running shit down for me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So reawakened my abandonment issues. You know what I'm saying? Reawoken my anger issues. Reawoken my fucking like made me realize that I had people pleasing freaking tendencies, because here I am. Who the fuck stays in a marriage for 7 years without any type of intimacy and without any type of sex? You know what I'm saying? Who stays in relationships like that? Why? Because I believe in this foundation. Yeah, I believe in this foundation, but hey, I'm worth so much fucking more. Mad at myself because I stayed around so long. You know what I'm saying? Mad at myself because I allowed this fool to fucking disrespect me time and time again. Lost so much shit in that fucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? The gift that his mom had gave us both. My daughter's fucking house that she's supposed to have in Greece. Who knows what he did with that? Blamed it on his uncle type shit. When the deeds was in our daughter's name. Left me as a caretaker over it, but hey, he wanted to handle whatever and whatever about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom had bought us an RV. This friend fucking borrowed it, never fucking got it back. Oh, I'm gonna let him have it. Probably because he owed some money for fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stupid ass fucking foul ass shit. Got people coming to our have people coming to an apartment. Hi.
I don't need anything. I'm just getting my charger.
Okay, have people coming to our house, his connects and shit like that, coming to the house, asking for him, but they over here plotting, and they tell me later, oh man, yeah, I was plotting, I was gonna do this, cause he owed me this, and I'm like, what? Yeah, you know, that day I came over to do this with you, try to get you to do this with me, and then I was gonna take this and that, and I was like, what? You know, and he was like, yeah, Noah saved you because you didn't open the door. Because you were speaking to me through the door. Because I was already feeling some type of way, like, kind of weird. And then what was even crazier too is that, like, that connect, I had met his baby mama at the shelter. Like a year later, I had met the baby mama at the shelter. Probably sent her in there to watch us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? But hey, yo, that bitch is paranoid. No, I'm fucking psychic. No, I knew some shit. I just didn't have physical ass motherfucking proof to fucking prove it at that time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I sat there with myself, and that's when I mainly picked up these cards, because I was like, you know what? Like, I felt drawn to them. The only reason why I stayed away from him, that relationship was the catalyst for me. The breaking away of fucking toxic shit in my life. Toxic ideals, toxic fucking beliefs. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I grew up Christian. And Christian, they frown upon divorce. You know what I'm saying? But hey, in the word it said that you can leave when there's fidelity has been committed. But I overlooked that because I'm like, okay, you know, I want to make this work. Nah. And you know what's really crazy too? It's like, I had prayed during that time. I'm like, you know what, Lord? I'm like, you know me, you know my heart. I'm like, I ain't got the proof for this. Like, you know, if we ain't supposed to be together, then separate us. And that's exactly what happened. God separated us. I wasn't ready for the separation when it happened, but it happened. And it's a good thing that it happened, because who knows where I would be at today. I probably wouldn't be the healed person that I am. You know what I'm saying? But I took, like I said, I took the time. I started, I picked up the cards, started reading for myself, started learning the cards for myself, reading them for myself, and being like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going through this. How can this help me through that? I got fucking self-help books. When I wanted to cry, I fucking cried the shit out. At work, stocking motherfucking the refrigerators, you know what I'm saying, with beer and sodas and shit like that, because I worked at a convenience store, and I'm stocking that shit up, and I'm like, and I'm in the fucking refrigerator crying. Got my fucking manager coming in. Hey, you okay? I'm trying to wipe my, oh yeah, I'm good. Are you sure? Yeah, well look, you know, because I can't help it. I'm a fucking female, I'm a woman. I'm telling him like, yeah, I just can't believe this shit. Like, you know, telling him like what I had went through and how I was feeling. I'm like feeling to myself like, bitch, you so unprofessional. But thank goodness for fucking Arnold, because he was a fucking cool ass motherfucking boss. Like, he was cool as shit. I don't give a fuck. Appreciated him for giving me that job. You know, I was working there, and I was also working at a Motel 6. And then before that, like, I had just finished school, and I had went to go celebrate on a cruise line, a cruise ship with to Ensenada with the best friend that slept with him. And she's so bold in my face. Oh, look what he told me. Look what he told me. He told me that I didn't have to leave from the house right here, right now. And I'm like, what? Because I'm like, oh, everybody got to get out. Everybody got to go. We all leaving right now. Everybody got to go. Because she was staying with us. Oh, yeah, he just told me. Got a little smirk on her face. Like, oh, for real, bitch? Like, you feeling that bold? What did I just fucking say? You know what I'm saying? Like, just so disrespectful. And you know, we had went to Ensenada, her and I, and her sister. And I know she got fucking sloppy ass motherfucking drunk, because I know the fucking guilt was eating her alive. Like, fuck, she don't deserve this. And you know what I mean? Nah, damn straight I didn't deserve that shit. And I was good to your motherfucking ass. You know? But like, I sat down with myself, and I was just like, yo, this is a running ass fucking theme in my life. People abandoning me. People fucking betraying me from my childhood. What is it about me that allows this to happen? What am I overlooking within inside of myself? I don't have enough self-love. My voice was taken away from me. I need to start speaking up more about how I feel. I need to express myself more. It's okay for me to cry. It's okay for me to be angry. It's okay for me to be genuinely happy. That right there. Genuinely happy. That right there. Let me tell you. That right there, like, I forgot what it felt like to be happy, y'all. I forgot what joy felt like. What true laughter feels like. I'm still trying to go out and have fun. Like, to feel free enough to, like, really fucking giggle outside in the sunshine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I went into hermit mode. Cut everybody off, moved away, cut everybody off out of my life. Very cautious of who I allow in my energy, what type of friends that I allow to spend time with. Why? Because from what I've learned, everybody just want to use somebody. They see a person like me with the heart that I have. They see a person like me. Oh yeah. How can I use this person? How can I get over on this person? Not how can we uplift each other? She speaks life into me. How can I speak life back into her? You know? Instead, I get females thinking that I want their man. I get females trying to use me. I don't even talk to fucking men like that. one guy that I had thought about, I felt off the bat like, you know, he had asked for my number. I gave it to him. We were texting. I felt right off the bat that this fool just wanted to fuck. You know what I'm saying? This other guy, he left. He had to leave. Went to go drop him off in another state. Like him, I really liked him, but I had heard some shit about him. So I was like trying to keep it like, okay, I'm not going to fuck with him like that. But, you know, we chopped it up here and there. Really started getting a little bit closer, you know, right before he was leaving. And I felt like an ass because I was like, fuck, like, I missed out on a fucking great ass motherfucking friendship and a great ass like individual that I could have been fucking chopping it up with this whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? Lesson learned. Being so protective with myself. You know what I'm saying? But that was just more because like, I'm like, okay, I don't want anything toxic in my life. You know, I don't want any toxic energy in my life. I'm trying to weed people out. You know, so it does take a long time. When did the fucking pandemic happen? What, 2020? It took me 3 years. I haven't really dated anybody. I haven't. There was one person after my husband. That was 6 months after my husband. And then that shit ended real quick. That shit was toxic. I guess he felt like he could treat me any type of way too. He was used to toxic shit. You know, and I'm like, nigga, no, I love myself. I love myself enough to know that I'm not going to stand up for this shit. You gotta fucking go. I'm not doing that. You want something cool and real, like I'm a cool ass motherfucking female. You know what I'm saying? What? You want to go out with your boys? Go ahead, go out with your boys. You know what I'm saying? What? You don't want to work? You want to sit at home all day? Okay, well, that's cool too. Because you want to work on your business. That's cool too, but help me out in the house. Why you stay cooped up in the room all damn day? And all damn night. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I did have fun with him too, though. We went to like shows. We cooked together. I like that. Even play video games together sometimes. I have fun with him. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. The arguments weren't fun though. And I feel like he only started arguments because that's what he was used to. You know, that's how he was used to like leaving. And I'm like, nigga, you wanna go? We ain't gotta fight. We ain't gotta argue. Just tell me like, oh, I'm about to be over here. Okay. You going over there? Okay, cool. Have fun. Let me know if you need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I haven't been with anybody like since then. I've been here going on 3 years where I'm at right now. I've been at this place where I'm at for 3 years, and this whole entire time I've been by myself. I've been healing myself emotionally, mentally, physically, relearning myself, getting to know myself again, who I am. And it's not an easy journey to really examine yourself. Like, okay, this is how this relationship went bad because I didn't speak up enough. I didn't assert how I felt enough. You know what I'm saying? I didn't love myself enough to not put up with these things. Oh, why do people keep abandoning me? Because I felt abandoned anyway. So then maybe I wasn't giving enough of myself into this relationship. And even if that wasn't the case, and I was giving enough of myself, you know, I'm not receiving that love back. So I don't love myself. I'm deficient in love. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see myself as quality. So then how can anybody else see myself as quality? And the moment that I started building my self-love, because I'm doing self-love rituals now, I'm over here taking spiritual love baths for myself, for self-healing. You know, I'm listening to different podcasts on ways to develop more self-love and strength. You know what I'm saying? I'm journaling, or starting to journal. I'm reading books about different tools that I can use and build within myself, and skills that I can use within myself to grow into a better person, that strengthening me. You know what I mean? It starts with you. So it's okay that you are sad. It's okay that you cry. But there comes a point, because, oh, let me tell you, I was crying for like a cool long ass time. And to the point where in my head, I'm like, bitch, if you don't stop, if you don't shut the fuck up, you done cried enough. This is what I'm telling myself. I'm crying. I'm like, you a sorry ass bitch crying for what you crying right now. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you need to take that time to do that, to fully get all that the toxin out of your body. You know what I'm saying? And then I started working with my chakras. Like, okay, I love myself. I'm beautiful. I'm worth being loved. Started listing my great qualities. Started listing the things that I've accomplished during that time. During this time of, you know, us separating up until this point. You know what I mean? So working on yourself is a lot. It's a lot of work. Praying, listening to different sound frequencies to welcome in more energy of love and healing. I'm so glad that, like, I have tarot. It helped in saving my life. It helped confirm for me, like, yeah, my path. You know, because like I said, I grew up in a Christian home, went to church like 24/7 in my youth when I was in foster care before I came back to my birth family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you taught that this stuff is wrong, and that it's like devil's work and things like that. Like, no. You're telling me that, like, the way that I felt my whole life since I was a fucking babe, before I even fucking before I was even taken away from my family, that, because I've been psychic since I was a baby. I can remember shit from being a baby. So you're telling me, like, I'm doing shit, and I'm finding out in my adult life that, though, that's magical shit that you were doing even young. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me the spiritual shit that I was even drawn to while I was in foster care, and you know what I'm saying, is demonic, and I felt some type of way about it. Because I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to go to hell. And I'm praying to God, this is not. He keeps showing me, like, no, look at this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't praying out loud. I was praying in my mind to God, talking to God in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? He keeps showing me, like, hey, this over here. There's a reason why you're sitting in church and you feel dead in church. There's a reason why you feel like something's missing in church. There's a reason why no matter how much you're like, oh, God, like, I want a relationship with you. I want to be close to you. Like, whoop to whoop, wop, wop, wop. You praying all the time, like, constant, like, what's wrong with me? How come, you know, your spirit ain't talking to me like that? But his spirit was talking to me. But how come I don't feel your presence like that? You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't there. He wasn't there for me. Maybe there for others, but he wasn't there for me. He said, no, this is your path over here. Just saying. Heal yourself. Get on your spiritual journey. My spiritual journey, it helped me. I've been talking almost for an hour. Your girl can talk, huh? Anyways, maybe that is it. I said I was gonna pull some cards. I guess, like, I don't know. if you stuck around this long, like, I hope that you got something from that. I didn't trust other people with my healing. I didn't trust, like, even a coworker, you know, here. She ended up confessing to me like she thought that I wanted her dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nah, you just toxic as fuck. Like, I done gave you chances already. You was trying to use me. You know what I mean? Shorting me on fucking like gas money and shit like that. And then on top of that, like, I got other coworkers coming to me telling me you talking shit about me and stuff like that. And before then, like, I was trying to be friends with her, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, she like, oh, you know, we both single moms, we both black women, we should stay together. And I was like, okay, I can get with that. Like, okay, like, you know, so we chopping it up here and there and stuff like that. But, you know, I just saw some shit that I was like, oh, I don't want to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? But I'll fuck with you at a distance, you know what I mean? Trying to use me, like, as far as like, oh, can you take me shopping? For sure. Send her daughters with me with no money. And then we at the register, I'm paying for my shit, and then they looking at me like I gotta pay for their shit too. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? Oh, wait, I'll give you the gas money when you get back. Oh, I gotta go pull it off of this. Have me missing fucking $10 here, $15 there. Oh, I'll give it to you later. I ain't seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? Did it a couple of motherfucking different times. And then on top of that, like, you're trying to make me like you're trying to like compete with me at work and make me look bad and shit like that. Okay, well, whatever. I don't give a fuck, ho. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck. Because at this point now, I'm like, I'm really not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm really trying to distance myself from you. So then, and you're over here, oh yeah, I thought that you wanted my man. I don't want your old ass fucking man. Dude tried to fucking holler at me, and I told him, I said, oh no. I told him in the nicest way possible, oh no, I don't miss business and pleasure. No, let's just be friends. Like, let's just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I used to borrow money from him, but I would always pay it back. You know what I'm saying? So, and I even stopped doing that when she was like, oh yeah, we got together, whoop, this and that. And then, I'm not even gonna lie, like, while I've been out of work, because I had an issue with my internet and my phone and stuff like that, you know, I had asked him to borrow some money. I'd text him like, hey, you know I ain't talked to you in a minute. He probably don't even know why. Probably think some other type of reason why, like, I just stopped, like, talking to him because I saw how she was acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walking down the hallway and she's walking down the hallway, and then she flip around, turn around, and run back down the hallway. And then when I'm passing, like, you know, from where she done cut off into, oh, she's with her dude. Oh, okay. You see me coming this way, so you want to run down that way because you think, I don't know, you think something like, bitch, I don't want your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just weirdo shit. So I'm like, okay, I don't want that type of friendship in my life. You know, I want genuine ass fucking connections. And it's weird. It's always like I come across females that think that I want their man, or, you know, or maybe like their men want me or something. I don't fucking know. But like, one, I don't want no old ass fucking guy at all. Like, I don't. Not attracted to that. I don't care how good of a guy that person may be. That's just not me. Like, I just don't, energy don't mesh well like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know. And sure, you know, like, her dude, I used to talk to him about, like, for advice and shit about, like, stuff that I was going through. Because, hey, you know, one, I'm a female. Two, that's an old ass motherfucking man that live life, you know. And I even expressed that to her. And it was like, I don't fucking know. You know, different ass fucking, cut from different cloth type energy. You know, and then I just didn't like the fact too, because, like, you know, I knew she was fucking, like, being fake towards me. And then throwing tantrums at work. What? Oh, well, I just felt some type of way because you told her this, and, you know, I did all this and I didn't have all that. Like, hold up. Hold up. You saying your shit wasn't clean because you didn't have a vacuum? We in a whole ass fucking motel or hotel that got 4, 8, hold on, 16, that have 16 linen rooms. You ain't found not one working vacuum? I don't believe that. Or if it seems like I was getting like attention from our management. Here she come. Oh, well, I'm here. Bouncing around. I'm here. I can do this. I can do that too. I can do that too. Like, okay, well, I'm glad that you can do that too, but why, like, you gotta sit here and try to be like you're trying to overshadow me or something like that, or make me look bad. But, you know, skills and talents were always fucking shown. Or like you see me fucking doing, like, moving up and doing stuff, you know, you want to go run off to management and be like, oh, why is she in my rooms, checking my rooms? Why is she da-da-da, this and that? And then having manager, oh, you know what, just don't worry about her rooms, we'll get them checked out later, this is that. I was like, okay, what? What are you talking about? Like, why are you calling me on this? Like, I haven't even had a chance to go and talk to her. And then here she go, call me a little bit later. They changed. Who changed? 0606. Okay, whatever. And then gonna call me like 10 minutes later. Oh yeah, why were you in my rooms? I was like, man, why would you even go down there? You didn't even give me a chance to come and talk to you. 1, 2, like, yeah, I saw something wrong in 2 of your rooms, and I was coming over to let you know. You know what I'm saying? 3, like, oh, well, tell me how you, she's over, tell me how you would feel if somebody coming over here telling you something wrong with your shit. 1, I wouldn't feel no type of way because, hey, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know this is going to give me a mental note to make my shit fucking look nicer and cleaner. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't getting no fucking guest complaints. Guests checking in and complaining about the fucking room. But no, you're going always types of foul about it, like I'm trying to fucking like come at you or something like that. No. What are you afraid of? What are you intimidated of? You know, so gotta X out motherfucking females and shit like that. I don't even talk to nobody. When another female that I was trying to be friends with, you know what I'm saying, like let her come over and shit like that, because I knew her sister. You know what I'm saying? Came in here and fucking dropped a roach on my bed twice. Big ass fucking fat ass fucking roach from outside. Dropped it on my bed. I ain't got fucking roaches in here. Didn't have them in here when she was before her coming in here. I still don't have them after. Why is it like, you know, you in my room, we over here smoking a blunt and shit? Where the fuck did this roach come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're being stupid. Like, it was just, you know, stupid as shit. So I don't fuck with females. I don't really fuck with nobody. Like, so I really don't fuck with nobody. And even that's so fucking crazy too, because the guy that I had gave my number to, you know, because he had asked me for it, he stopped me. Like, he got mad. I guess at the other dude that I had to go drop off, like, I guess like they were homies and shit like that. Got mad because dude told me, oh, he got mad because he saw me in the car with you and whoop, 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 whoop. I was like, what? I was like, why would he get mad? I'm like, you know, I already told you. I'm like, I felt like dude wanted to fuck, so like, I'm like, nah, I wasn't with that, you know. So I'm like, I was trying to get to know him, and I'm like, dude, stop fucking he stopped texting, so I stopped texting. I stopped hitting him up. Why is he getting mad at you? And that's been fucking like maybe 2 months done gone by already. What the fuck is he upset about? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stupid ass shit. Stupid ass people. But whatever. Dude, I got so many signs too with dude. I know that I'm healed enough because like even the conversations that I had with him, I was just like, oh, I felt comfortable enough to like say little stuff. For anybody else, I would have like just kept my mouth shut. I don't know. So that's how I know I'm ready and I'm open for love and you know, a cool ass fucking partnership. Because I sat there and I really looked at myself and I did the work. I said, this is how I deserve to be loved. This is how I want to be loved. And I started pouring that type of love into myself. I started like truly respecting myself, respecting my time. You know what I mean? Taking care of myself, taking myself out to eat, like doing my own nails at one point. Ooh. Oh, I must be getting old. My knees is hurting because I'm sitting Indian style. Let me start moving around. I need to go work out. But yeah, you know, I stopped allowing certain energies into my life. Really put up some cool ass motherfucking boundaries for motherfuckers. And people where I live at, they'll tell you, oh no, she don't fuck with nobody. She stay at home. This and that. Cause I do. I ain't got time for it. Ain't got time to be out in that fucking ain't got time for it. Anyways, let's get us some messages for the collective. What can this collective know about like helping themselves to heal? What should I use? How can this collective heal themselves? How can this collective help to bring healing to themselves so they can stop crying at night? They can help get over their heartache, their heartbreak that they've been in. And we have Starseed, self, memories, identity. You need to find your identity. I was speaking about that. Finding out who I am, reclaiming who I am, taking the time to get to know myself. Reflect on your past memories. That's exactly what I did as well. I looked at and reviewed my memories. Like, I found the root causes of why certain things were happening in my life because of the way that things that happened to me, and then my reaction to them. And then because of my reaction to them at a young age, like this built up like this wall. You know what I'm saying? But this wall no longer serves me at this point in time in my life. So let me tear that wall down and rebuild myself, restructure myself, you know? Let me find out my identity. What do I like to do? I like to cook. I like to read tarot. I like to help people. You know what I mean? I'm a very giving person. You know? I've always been a person like, if you needed something, if I had it, I would give it. If you needed somebody to talk to, I'm that ear to talk to. What? Oh, you want to know what you should do? Well, here's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Well, after hearing this and feeling this way about it from the energy you're giving off, I feel like maybe, you know, you should go like this because this is what I'm seeing, not only with yourself, but with this other person and how this situation done ran down this way. I feel like this would be the most beneficial way for you to go forth and action in. Not only that, but you need to realize this truth about yourself and realize as well this person's point of view and this person's truth over here. Because when you do that, you're going to understand how to move forward now, how to compromise without being without compromising yourself, how to make the situation pleasing for both parties, for all parties. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come to me for advice all the time. So since I was young, you know, but you need to sit there and you need to meditate. You need to figure out what activities you like. Start loving on yourself more. Look at your creative abilities as well. Maybe start painting, drawing. Just go do some stuff that, you know, you probably wouldn't normally do. You know, maybe take up a sport, get out there. Take up an art class, get out there. Go try an exercise program, get out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get into geology and finding different crystals and minerals and stuff. If that's something that may interest you. You never know until you try. You know what I mean? Go take a cooking class. Go take a baking class. Go to see fucking how beer's made, or how wine's made, or how these chocolatiers craft their chocolates. You know what I mean? Go out there and go do different stuff. Like, you know, maybe research on Google. Do a search on Google. What are fun things to do in my area that I live in? 10 fun things to do in my area. Brand new things to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then go do them. Find out who you are and what you like. Okay? Messages for this collective. Thank you. Third eye. So visions, manifesting, and meditation. Yeah, you need to sit and you need to meditate with yourself. You know, you need to, you could be trying to manifest a new life. You could be manifesting the vision that you have for your future. If you tell yourself that, like, you deserve love, that's what's going to come into your life, is love. But if you're sitting there telling yourself that you're unlovable, then that's the energy that you're going to get, because that's how you perceive things to be. Oh, nobody's going to love me. Look at what happened to me in my past relationship. Like, woe is me. You're feeling fucking woeful inside yourself. So then therefore the way your lens of you, that's what you're going to see. But if you're like, no, I'm lovable, then you're going to start seeing the energy of love around you through the gestures of other people. You know what I'm saying? Through nature, through animals, through, you know, just the simple fact that you're breathing is an act of love. The fact that the sun shines down on your skin is an act of love. The fact that you're able to get up in your full body, you can walk, is an act of love from God, from Goddess. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gotta take little steps, take them. I told you a little bit of a lot of it, of my story, because maybe there was something that you could have taken from there. Maybe you would have been able to identify with different aspects of my story. You know what I mean? Maybe you could relate to them. We have water element, reflection, kindness, compassion. Yeah, so as you reflect on your memories and you're building up your identity, who you truly are today, as you're manifesting the dreams for your life, like, just have more compassion towards yourself. Show yourself more kindness. You know, go swimming, go snorkeling. You know what I'm saying? Go see, like, what life has to offer you out here. It's good. It's good to see it. Bottom of the deck, artistic integrity and honesty. I'm telling you, go explore your artistic side. Okay? Do some chakra work. Get into, I mean, obviously you must be into spirituality, you know, or else you wouldn't be here watching this video. But you know, you must be spiritually minded and awakened some way, you know. That's another thing too. Like my second husband, like that relationship, like I said, it was a catalyst for me. It helped further my, like, really start my awakening, like ignited it because I was like, fuck this shit, I'm tired of this shit, you know what I mean? I'm tired of being treated this way. I'm tired of being looked at this way, you know. So I was honest with myself, and then I walked within the integrity of who I am innately, you know. And I was like, I don't agree with this. Because I don't agree with this, I must act in accordance with that. You know what I mean? I started making jewelry, bracelet jewelry. You know? Started trying to make candles and doing other things that I like. Started using acrylic stuff. So that's a Syrian A. So that's the number 18. So so we got 9, 10, 11, and 4. Whoa. With the Syrian on the bottom of the deck, number 18 comes to a number 9. 7 and 3 comes to 10. 3 and 8 with the third eye comes to 11. And then at the end with water, 40. Like, so you guys are building a foundation. You guys have come to a completion. And you guys are receiving messages and having a new beginning, and a new beginning in yourself. A new beginning in seeing yourself maybe for the very first time. Tapping into your divine feminine as well. Why that part itches? Okay, let me light this. Let me drink some of this. I'm sorry. Starseed messages for, Starseed. Yeah, Starseed is out here. You're a Starseed. You may be from the Pleiadian, because they look like Pleiadians to me. You may be in touch with the Pleiadians. Also, you may be in touch with the Vulcans. He looks Vulcan to me. And you know what? Look at his forehead. It looks like the shape of a heart too. I never, really noticed that. His brain is the shape of a heart. So this is how you also could be awakening your third eye. You may have been hypnotized. You may need to be hypnotized for further healing. Starseed messages for this collective viewing this reading. Messages for this collective viewing this reading. Karmic relationships, yeah. So Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So you've been growing through the conflict in your life, through these karmic relationships that you've had. You've been doing a lot of soul growth, or that's what you need to do. You need to see both sides of yourself, both aspects of yourself. Your light, your shadow, your ego, all of that. Okay, you need to do a lot of self-healing, soul forgiveness, as far as like loving on yourself, looking at these karmic relationships in the eyes of the lens of love. Ooh, excuse me. What else? Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So you're being called to use your intuition, use your integrity to manifest the person that you want to be. You know what I mean? And ground that into reality to help educate other people in a way that they can walk, in the way that they can live, you know, helping them develop different tools and skills, you know, sharpening the tools that they already have, and to utilize them to advance their skills. You know, showing the world whom you are, because you are a leader. Okay? You are a leader. And so maybe you need to meditate as well. Take up the practice of meditation so that you can get more clear about whom you are and your path in life, and how you can heal, and then how you can also help other people to heal because of the things that you've gone through. How you can deal with how you dealt with conflict. Now you can educate other people on how they could probably deal with the same conflict, or use similar techniques that you used. Like I mentioned before, I used a lot of healing music. You know, I spoke with the angels a lot, and I started speaking to my ancestors a lot more. You know, really embracing my truth. Look, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. You know what I'm saying? So you started walking towards your destiny. You need to walk towards your destiny, not what you feel is fated to be, as far as like, oh, this is like, as far as like, oh, I've always gone through this. This is what my life is always going to be. This is what my life is just fated to be. No. Free your soul. Get on your soul's plan and path. Start walking your soul's destiny. Look up your destiny number. Because you have your life path, your soul urge, and your soul's, and then your destiny number. You have 3 numbers, numerological numbers from your birthday, the letters of your name. There's 3 of those numbers. Yeah, it's time for you to soften to love. I don't know why I pulled this out, because I only have, 3 here, but you need to, it's the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So you need to soften to love. You need to give yourself more love. You need to exude more self-love to the world, and stop being in conflict with each other, with yourself and the world, because we have conflict out here twice. You may be angry. Review the reasons why you're angry. Review the reasons why you're at war with yourself. I went through that as well, as far as like with me picking up these cards, with me walking a more spiritual path, because of how I grew up. It was very difficult for me to reconcile, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I prayed to God so many times, like, Lord, this is really what you want me to do? You know, this is what I was taught. And God showed me in so many ways, like, no, this is what you're supposed to do. You know, He opened my eyes to many things. So, look, we have on the bottom of the deck, lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. It's time for you to heal, because you've done this before. It's time for you to remember whom you truly are, the gifts that you truly hold. Okay, I'm gonna get you from the goddesses, gods, and guardians. What messages do you have for this collective? What advice do you have for this collective? What advice do you have for this collective? Spirit, what advice do you have for this collective viewing this this reading? What advice do you have for this collective viewing this reading, Spirit? So, we have here, Oshun, sweet success. You're having success. Maybe work with some honey. Oshun's here to help guide you. She's here to show you that you are beautiful and that you do deserve love, and that she's here to help guide you as well. She's one of your goddess guides that's here to help you through your awakening, help you through these karmic relationships and your memories, helping you with your identity. Yeah, just, you know what? Ask her for help. Ask Oshun to help you through all of these things. She's here to help you. She's here to help guide you. She's here to help to show you just how sweet of an individual you are, and just how sweet life truly is and can be for you. Just how rich your energy is, how abundant your energy is, and how rich your life is going to be once you start taking these steps on your journey, your soul's journey, your soul's path. So messages for this collective, reading this message, messages for this collective viewing this reading. What messages do you have? We also have here Athena, wise decision. It's a wise decision for you to call upon these goddesses to help you. You have the wisdom, you have the strength, you have the purity of life. You're very, very rich in the knowledge and wisdom that you hold. And you have everything that you need to move forward. It would be wise for you to meditate. It would be wise for you to walk the path that is least trekked upon. Because you following your heart, you following the guidance of your higher self and of your guides around you is going to lead you to somewhere that's so much more beautiful. And you're going to lead other people somewhere on a new path that is so much more beautiful than the path that they've been walking, feeling lost, feeling dejected, feeling unloved and unworthy. You're very much worthy to have a most beautiful life. Take the wisdom that you've learned from these past karmic relationships. Take that wisdom and utilize it and grow from it and help others to grow as well. I just heard, like, write a book. Mary Magdalene, sacred marriage. Remember that you are married to the divine. On this path, if you take your path of destiny, you're going to have a sacred divine marriage contract to come in. Somebody who's going to love you and worship you as the woman or the man that you are. Somebody's going to respect you, love you. Yeah, look, Mother Mary at the bottom of the deck. Emotional healing. This is what you're called to do. You're called to help others to heal emotionally. And I'm just looking at this orange carnation here. Let me look that up. The orange carnation. The orange carnation symbolizes all the positive feelings you can think of. The meaning of orange carnations includes feelings of happiness, warmth, determination, and creativity. Orange carnations are also a representation of health, balance, and success. You walking this path, you're going to be very healthy, balanced, healed. It's going to awaken so much creativity for you. Maybe take a bath with orange carnation flowers. It's going to help bring in more joy, more happiness into your life. Okay? Let's get us some romance angels. For those watching this reading, what advice do you have for this collective to help them? Okay? What advice do you have? Thank you. Express your love. Spirit wants you to express your love to yourself. Express your love to the universe so that the universe can bring it back to you. You know, if you're in a relationship or if you've met somebody new, talk to them. Let them know, like, oh, you know, if you feel comfortable enough to do so. Otherwise, if you don't, why are you together? If you can't open yourself up and share yourself with another individual, yes, be cautious, but not cautious because out of fear. You know what I'm saying? Do everything out of the energy of love. So express your love. Let this person know, like, you know what? I've been through this. So sometimes I may act like this. I'm still healing this aspect of myself. You know,